doing 8 entries, I guess. Yeah, that's what it said. So I guess handicap and
Just do handicap and scratch.
yeah. I'm thinking that's what you want.
I mean,
She's in a pretty good book.
yeah, she's about 90.
Yeah.
And
Handicap
she's
and
also single double.
yes.
They'll go like 2, 2, 2, 2.
There you go.
So say we don't do scratch brackets, you want us just to roll those over to handicap then?
Yeah, that works.
All right, yeah, I got it.
All right. All right. Thanks, man. All right. Okay, where you gonna sit? You gonna be bouncing around or what? What you gonna do? Oh, well, mom's sitting there. Your mom's sitting there. Sit over there. You can't be bouncing around everywhere. I got nothing to say. I had you up here, but you didn't want to stay.
All right. You might be a moderator today. Say you might be a moderator today. Just keep anybody if anybody puts some shit in there they're supposed to put in there.
You already ordered?
Take that shit out.
Well, hello.
All right, DNA fans.
All right.
Check. Okay, I want to make sure I can hear myself.
This is exciting. I love this. I love it.
All right,
Okay,
everyone.
stay out of there.
Those of you that are joining in, good afternoon. Good afternoon. The familiar voice that you hear is none other than you see it. Y'all know it. The D in the DNA. And keeping up from yesterday, we got a really good color commentator here. See? Already. Look, we got a good color commentator here today for y'all.
I'll try to keep it out my. Yeah, I'll try to keep it.
Yeah, this was our. This was my wonderful stand-in yesterday. I had to work, but I was watching. But this is J Dub, aka James Wright. So this is the guy that puts everything together for us. So yeah, today we're gonna be doing the same thing we did yesterday. Hell, I might just follow his lead because he did such an awesome job yesterday. I might not have to say too much. He might be all over it. So you know. All right, so James, what are we doing today? What are they doing today? Yesterday was teams, so today is what?
Today we're on a singles and doubles setup. I think the first setup they're going to be rolling as doubles, and then you transition into the singles.
Okay, so we're talking about 6 games today.
Yeah, 6
Okay,
games.
all right. So
6 games of non-stop rolling.
non-stop rolling. All right, so if my guess is correct, there should be maybe a little more oil to facilitate just a few more games.
Yeah, I feel it should be. I mean, it might last maybe 1 game longer, and then you're going to see a massive breakdown.
Okay.
Just like yesterday.
Okay.
But the things broke down at least the fourth frame in the second game. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's generally usually how it goes, especially with us. I can say for myself, bowling here every week on Wednesday. It's generally the same thing. You know, you got these lanes have a lot of built-in friction. So if you don't have enough oil to sustain that, once that friction starts to rear its ugly head, if you don't know how to adjust from that, then that ball is going to be reacting a whole lot sooner. You know, at least from what I see on the weekend and week basis.
Yeah. Causing you to move you move your feet and your target one board at a time. Try to do one move at a time when it happens.
Okay.
Then you want to try to, for me, I have to add more length to my shot as well. So if you're going to stay in the same spot.
Okay.
So that means less hand, up the back of the ball.
Okay.
You're pretty much locking your arm and just, feathering it to the pocket then.
All right. For those of you that don't know what feathering it to the pocket, we spoke a lot about being able to find your zone, find your spot, find whatever works. Feathering is just having that soft touch. Having that soft touch enough to where you're getting it down the lane, and then at the end of your shot, at the end of your line, that ball is kind of softly just kind of floating, kind of gliding in there, so to speak.
Exactly.
But still with enough power.
Yeah.
Stoner Dam, where we at? We are in Sunrise, Florida at Strikers in Sunrise, Florida. This is day 2 of the Women's State Tournament for USBC, United States Bowling Congress. So that is where we are. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Roblox Gamer, thank you for tuning in. Tung Lee, hello. Welcome for tuning in. Everybody else that's gathering, making your way here, we appreciate you. We thank you once again, as always. Stoner Dan from Michigan. Okay, all right. Stoner Dan. All right, so do I ask what the stoner part in Stoner Dan means, or do I just leave that alone?
Leave that alone.
Okay.
We know it ain't Stone 10.
Right. It's not. It ain't gonna be Stone 10, right? But Stoner Dan, we appreciate you, man. Thanks for tuning in for however long you're gonna be here. We're finna get underway here with some really good bowling. Hopefully some shenanigans, as only DNA Shenanigans can do. Once again, I'm the D, Darius UC Rollins, and we have our guest host, J Dub, over here. You know exactly, I do know. And Anita will be joining us in the commentary, guys. Don't worry, she will be. She's not very far from here. She's right there, as you can see. She's trying to get locked in. I wanted to take a little bit of the load off of her, let her focus on what she got to do today. So, yeah, y'all know how we do, man. It's going to be a little serious to start, but we're going to start getting loosened up. Don't worry, I will show y'all when I get my drink, because it's going to be very shortly, okay? I raced here through the rain. It was raining on Pine Island, trying to drive here. And people want to, I thought you were going to hook that back and get that. Yeah. People were driving slow to get here, but, so I'm here now, so I'm going to need my drink in a second. All right, Jules, get the ball down there. Okay.
Found out where you're gonna start at. Listen, don't be so quick to change. Work the shot, work that area.
Right, Stoner Dan. We appreciate you tuning in and watching, man. We are amateurs, but I like to consider our crew slightly above that. We ain't pros by no means. We know a little bit more than the average bowlers, but yeah. And what I'm finding that there's a lot of people that do like tuning in and watching bowling, especially when there's some crazy, funny, weird shenanigans stuff that usually happens. So for you guys that do tune in and watch us, you guys know what we're about. So we definitely are hoping that the shenanigans continue today. All right. So believe me, I guarantee you that I'm going to do my best to immerse you guys into all of the action.
But he
get you guys prepared to see some good bowling.
2-2 all the way down.
Since I'm sitting here,
if there's no scratch, he's gonna bring
go ahead
everything
and
back
turn
to
this around.
handicap.
She finished her practice,
He did
y'all.
2-2 every way down.
Yeah, she said
but if
now
there's
she
no
can focus.
scratch,
All right,
he's
there's
gonna
the A and
bring
B
everything
and
to
A.
the handicap.
All right, so
right.
hopefully she can do as good as she did yesterday.
Yeah, I mean,
I watched her, and she was all right yesterday.
But it's probably gonna flip anyway because there's no hardly no
doing
scratch.
what she's supposed to do. So we are now getting ready to get this thing started.
He already said he's gonna roll it over.
So you guys are probably going to hear some overlapping
He probably did it
conversations
already,
and
'cause
commentary.
He wrote all of it.
Old Mr. James back there.
You have
I want to
scratch?
give my thanks to y'all tuning in.
Okay, well,
Thank
he
you, and
probably
sorry
rolled it
about
all over
yesterday. You know, I didn't have the D here with me to do all the close
Don't
out.
do that. Don't
That,
do
The
that
that.
close
one's
out.
supposed to be just
Oh,
for
she's
the
talking
page.
close. Okay.
Right, to close
One for
out,
me.
and thank you guys for tuning in yesterday. Yes, I forgot to do it. I was so hyped up. I had won a little money.
And the first ball is
But
off.
she,
I was
did-
real
y'all
hyped,
listen,
so
y'all that watched,
forgive
she
me.
did it good. They did great yesterday. Okay, I wasn't worried about no closeout. All right, I was watching. I was happy. I was proud of them. They did their thing. Okay, so today they're gonna do the same thing and have fun at the same time. All right. Order roadie for me. All right, I got you. I got you. All right, so we getting started here.
Good? And hot.
Again, if y'all hear some overlapping commentary, that's because my other guy back there don't remember that he's mic'd up and he gonna be talking and all over the place. So yeah. All right, so getting started here. All right, Michelle. There we go. Nice spell. That is Michelle Humphrey.
On lane 32 starting
Nice
out.
open.
You have
opening
Michelle Humphries with a
frame
nice
spare.
line spare. Shanita Walton starts out with on 31 with a 7 split. She ends up with a 9 mark on that.
All right,
we have
so
on the
Anita is up
lanes now
lane 32.
Juliet Knight on 31, and then we got Anita Fields Horton on lane
Oh,
32.
that's looking.
Except in her first shot, she
right.
comes up with a subpar, lazy kind of shot
6
on
split.
that one there. She
So I have to make some adjustments. Got to
6
move
count.
in a little bit.
It's a makeable spare.
Try to let her figure it out on her
Just
own,
get the
y'all.
ball just to the right of the
And
three.
then
Lightly tickle
I
it
will
over
tell
and
her.
pick up the 7.
if I need to.
And we have Juliet with her first shot. You're going to see that the first couple of throws are going to be kind of, I don't want to say lazy, but they're going to be filled with anxiety. Once they loosen up, you should get some nice strikes going here. And then we have on lane 30, which you can't really see. You might see the ball go down the lane, but you got Michelle Glover with a nice 9 spare. She left the 5 pin, which we call action here in South Florida.
Y'all know what the hand raise means.
Yeah,
Y'all know what that means now.
We got Yolanda Capron on lane 32. Except in her first shot, she goes Brooklyn side, leaves a fast 8. 4-7 to convert. On lane 31, we got Claudia Wright attempting her first shot.
Terrible, ain't it?
It's got a hold.
Bet you pick it up next time.
Okay.
Ball kind of snaps into the head pin a little quick.
What I'm noticing is that this is a little feeling out as it always is,
Yeah.
but they got to really focus on getting that ball down there.
Yes.
Because everybody's shot I'm seeing is breaking just a little bit earlier.
Exactly. Like you said, you got like I said earlier, you got a little nerves involved at first. And once they get into it, it's starting to loosen up.
Right. It's crazy how that don't really go away. You know what I mean? Like the nerves, like, and the what you guys might not aren't seeing is this tournament is literally, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16 lanes. All right. This is a 40 lane house,
Yeah.
but today it happens to only take up 16 lanes. Okay. And you're talking about, what are we looking at? 3, maybe 4 people per pair.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not a lot of people to make you nervous like that. But what you say, getting the nerves out, I guess it's just knowing that you're competing in a tournament. Good shot, Shanisha.
Definitely. Shanisha Walton with a nice strike for a second frame. After it comes, and we got Michelle Humphries on her second attempt off a 9 spare. Leaves a mini split. Now she got to get that ball right in between.
I told her she got to.
5 and
Sometimes
9.
I feel like she got to come diagonal a little bit and
Yeah.
hit that pin at more of a straighter angle. because it'll prevent that deflection from that head.
Definitely that. Definitely that.
Yeah, that's why my big ass brother kicking in the damn camera.
Oh, you were peeking in the camera?
Sorry, y'all. We had a little bit of a pesty pest. If you guys seen that, shouts out to Donnell, aka. Oh, good pickup.
Nice conversion.
Good pickup.
Nice conversion.
Yeah.
Like we said, she
Sometimes
fit
you
that
gotta
ball
get
right in
in the
between the
way.
5 and the 9.
Right.
Yep.
And that's
Now we got-
ideally that line is what she got to play on her first shot.
Exactly. And we got Juliet Knight attempting
Can
hers
Juliet
on
cover?
32.
Can it cover? Oh,
Too much on top.
good try though.
Yeah, definitely.
I need her.
We got Anita. Anita Fields Horton start. Attempting her second shot.
Okay, that's a little bit better. That's a lot
Right
better.
in the
There we
hole.
go. Y'all
Right in.
see it.
Dropped it right in there.
I need y'all to make sure that y'all
We
are
got Claudia
smashing
Wright
that
attempting
like
her
button.
second shot.
Y'all know Anita like them likes for her strikes now. So when she strike, y'all need to hit that like button.
Leaving the 7 count. Leaves the 1, 3, 6. Yolanda Kaplan on 31.
I'll keep this wide view
Jump to the second
out for
shot.
y'all. Dolores, hello, hello. Welcome
high on
to
the
the
headband.
broadcast. Thank you for
She
tuning
leaves
in.
the 2-4. And just to the left, you can't see her, but you see the ball go down the lane. We got Clara Wright attempting her spare. Too much on the head pin. She leaves it open. And then we got Claudia Wright with a nice spare conversion. Ball right to the 1-3. That ball you just threw, that's your spare ball. Just now to get that spare. Okay. Right. That means too much lift. All right. We're off in the 3rd frame already.
Yeah, they kind of, I think they settling in though. I'm seeing the spares now.
Yeah.
People getting lined up.
Definitely.
There we go. That's got a hold. Okay, better.
That was Michelle Humphreys with her 3rd attempt.
Interesting choice with her starting off with the duo.
Yeah, I wish she wouldn't even look at that ball yesterday.
Really?
I wouldn't even look at it.
I wonder, I'm gonna ask her. I wonder why that's her first choice out the gate today. I wonder what she's thinking that's gonna give her. I don't not like it now, don't get me wrong. Because I have that ball and I know what its capabilities are.
Right.
You know, it's just interesting. I just wouldn't expect her to come out the gate with that
I
first.
think the ball is a little more steady. Ask her, but I think the ball is a little more steady for her style of bowling. We got Shanice Walton with a spare attempt on 31. She left the, look like that.
Yes, Dolores.
9.
We can see you. We're looking at everybody who chimes in. We try our best not to make anybody feel like we're not paying attention. So regardless of the talking that you hear, regardless of the commentary, we are paying attention. So I send a warm hello and a wave and a welcome to you because we do see you and we thank you for being here. And please enjoy the shenanigans.
We got Anita Fields on her 3rd attempt. She leaves 1-8. Juliet Knight on 31.
Oh, that's a good shot.
Nice hit.
Good shot.
Coming up a little short, leaving the 4th hit. All right, we got Anita Fields Horton with a nice spare for her 3rd frame. Juliet to attempt her single pin conversion.
Janine, we see you. I'll let the ladies know that you said good luck. I'm quite sure that they appreciate you sending that look their way.
Oh yeah.
Good pickup, Jules.
Nice pickup, Jules. On board. On the board.
There we go.
We got Yolanda Kaplan coming
One
off
shot at a time.
2-8 spares to attempt her 3rd shot.
In the quest to stay clean.
Yep.
That's a little Brooklyn side. All right, double wood.
31. Attempting her third shot. Coming off the 7 spare. And just to the left of her.
A little out. Hold on. Okay. That's a
back.
one boarder. That's a one boarder. Ooh, that's a one boarder.
Is that a punishment or what?
Oh man, it is.
That's a punishment.
Listen, it did come back. I like the fact that it did do that, but I mean, come on now. That 9 pin gotta fall out, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't do that to her like that. The 7-9, I mean, come on, man.
Yeah. And we got Michelle Glover with it. Just a little miss of the 5 pin. Action. Action. Action.
Like I said,
Oh, good cover,
We got
Yoli.
Yolanda Capper
Good
with a
cover.
nice 8 double wood.
Good
spin.
cover.
One behind the other.
So, DNA fans, real quickly, the lady that's up right now, Claudia, and the lady that just bowled, Yolanda, aka Yoli, y'all gotta understand, if y'all want to see progress in bowling, y'all gotta check them out, okay? Because I have rarely seen 2 women, you know, and there's a lot of women that, you know, we know that put in the work, but them 2 especially, just seeing where they came from and where they are now, you know, respectively on the different levels that they're on. Yoli especially. Like, I know Yoli comes to the bowling alley when people ain't there, you know, and she put in the work and she be trying to, so shouts out to her. Shouts out to Claudia for embracing your teachings. Okay, there we go, Brooklyn, for embracing your teachings and stuff. And it's just good to see, like, I see that progress. And now she's out there mechanically doing the things that she's learned and that she knows. So like, that's the thing that you got to love about this. You know what I mean? Like, you can see progress with people.
Yeah. Definitely that.
All right, that's a cover.
Definitely.
That is Nitro, everybody. She shoots faster and stronger than most guys that will watch this.
Most of the men.
Okay.
For real.
She has a deadly,
What's up, man?
deadly shot.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. 9.
Got Clara Wright with an attempt on lane 30. All you're gonna see is the ball. You ain't gonna see her.
Just you can see her just a
little
touch.
bit, yeah. All right, she gets an 8 count. Leaving the 6-10. Juliet on 32. Attempting
There we go.
and she got a 9 and a wiggle.
Okay. All right.
Miss Anita Horton to attempt her single pin conversion on 31.
That's a cover.
Nice and easy.
There she go. Nita got a little bit of confidence when I throw right now.
Of course.
I like it. I like it.
course.
Stay what you're doing. Keep what you're doing. I see the confidence in her shot. Okay. She ain't gonna say too much right now, y'all, but trust me.
All right, you're on board now.
My bowling stuff?
going a lot straighter now.
You're on board.
Wow.
You're on board.
Who needs what? Oh,
Got
no.
Yolanda Capper clean
I
through
didn't bring it. Nobody didn't tell me.
3, attempting a 4th shot on lane 31.
That's got a
All the
cross.
way. Wow.
That was a real,
Yeah. That to me that should have went.
a little high.
Yeah.
It was a little high. It was in that. I said it's got a cross because I thought that it was going to cross over.
Yeah.
But it got to that point of just holding, and it was real tight, high up on the head pin.
Yeah. Right. There you go.
All right.
All right. Claudia Wright with her attempt. She leaves the mini split 310 on lane 32. And you got Yolanda coming up with her attempt on the
Kill, what's going on?
Single
How you
pin.
doing? Welcome.
with a miss.
All right, so right now through 4, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 split shots. Oh
Just
man,
missed.
that was close.
Just missed.
Wow, that was close.
When you struggle again, you come see me. I'll put you back on track.
Nita Walton on 31. Getting ready to attempt her 5th shot. Along with Michelle Humphreys on 32. Wow.
I feel like that one skied a little too much on you.
Yeah, ball never really flipped
Nope.
over to roll in.
Against law and nature.
That's good.
Going in.
Ooh,
Too much on the head.
yeah. All right, so
I watched Felicia pick this up in practice. I wonder if
Oh,
she's
yeah?
gonna use the same approach to pick this
Okay.
up. A lot of speed.
Yeah, that's a makeable shot.
Sliding the ball-
What's that, 5'7"?
Yeah, never letting the ball flip over. Just a lot of speed on the back side of that.
Just
five.
got to graze the 5.
Yep, there it is. She's going at it again.
And she,
missed.
just a little
Just
fast,
missed.
just behind it.
Yep.
Good try though. It's interesting. Like I said, I was counting before the splits, and I'm seeing a lot of splits. Oh shoot! I'm seeing a lot of splits here across these lanes.
Yeah.
So when we're seeing a lot of splits, what does that pretty generally mean?
A lot of times when you see splits like that, these lanes generally, you pretty much have to get the ball down the lane.
Okay.
So a lot of times when you see those splits generated like that, either the person is hitting it too hard at the bottom,
Okay.
or where they need to be letting the ball roll off their hands softly.
Okay. So they may be a little bit too firm on their release. Okay.
Yeah, on their release. Yeah.
Okay. So what happens is generally you're probably, good shot, Anita, getting the ball to play each phase correctly.
Yeah.
You know, your skid, hook, roll phase,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So if you're being too firm with it, you're probably having too much skid into the hook phase or the roll phase, or too much hook into the roll phase, right?
Right.
Okay.
That
Gotcha.
means you got too much hand on the ball.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let the ball roll off your hand without sacrificing speed. Get the ball up the lane.
Okay. Good to know. Like I said, you guys are going to get a plethora of not just shenanigans, but knowledge as well. Okay. I figured that I would let Mr. J Dub do his thing from yesterday because I was listening and I swear I thought I was watching a real bowling broadcast like on Fox or something. I'm listening to Jay talk. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, this guy got everything going on all cylinders here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was just in case anybody, you had people who were watching that didn't know what pins were in
Right.
place. or
Well, see, that's the
whatever.
thing. A lot of people are watching that don't know. Generally, we got a lot of people that's tuning in for the fun of it,
Yeah.
and because they like watching bowling. But there's also people that, okay, they're going to appreciate the fact that, okay, somebody breaking this down for me.
Yeah.
Somebody telling me what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
I had to explain to a guy when we had the tournament at Manor Bowl.
Yeah.
He was from Kenya, and he wanted me to break down the scoring to him, and stuff like that. So it was like, I don't have a problem with explaining it, and then it put in my mind making sure that, okay, if we're going to do this, you're going to have people that's going to watch that might not be as bowling savvy
Right.
as, we are. Oh, that's one. You was talking?
Oh, you were trying to add
You
something?
was trying to, you got to come and talk by us.
Yeah.
If you want to say something, you got to come talk by us.
You was adding without adding.
I just want y'all to know, Anita was just talking to y'all, but she don't have her mic on today. Okay, we have a guest commentary, and she forgot that. So whatever she said, y'all ain't hear it. Okay,
Ain't heard one word. You were adding without adding. Yolanda Kaplan with the attempt, and she leaves a 9.
all right, shake it off, yo.
Claudia,
Shake it off. Get back
right
on.
on 31. Shanisha Walton on 32. Coming into your screen. Claudia attempting her 5th frame.
Okay, that's a little bit better of a shot there.
Should be
That's a little bit better of a
Right.
shot there. I like that one.
Nice solid
That's
shot.
what you were saying. That's a little bit more of a firmer
Right,
shot.
right.
She didn't leak that one out too much. She wasn't too soft with it.
Right.
She got it to her spot. She pushed that ball that
Right.
got down there for it.
Exactly.
I'll take that because I was just looking at her pin count the last 4 frames.
Yeah.
So if you got 3 splits and then 1 spare,
Yeah.
okay, just get on your mark and just shoot a little bit further.
Shoot the ball. Right. Keep that arm locked. Go through it.
Yeah.
Go through the ball. Follow up the back of the ball. It don't have to be a hard hit. Just a nice. These lanes. One thing about strikers lanes is the back end. It can be as severe as you want it to be.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Whatever your hand does,
Oh, yeah.
when you release, that's what you're gonna get down the lane.
Oh yeah. Now that's a good spell. That's a good spell.
Nice.
She picked that one up with confidence.
Yes,
I
she
like
did.
that.
Nice close.
Okay.
Claudia right with the conversion in the 5th. And then we got Tanisha Walton on 32 to attempt her
Now see that?
single pin conversion.
That's what
and
we
she
talked
picks
about
that
right
up.
now. Okay. That ball for you guys. That was 20 miles an hour. Her first ball was 19 miles an hour. The second ball was 20 miles an hour. Okay. Now to give you guys just a tad bit of backstory, she used to be fast pitch. Used to be women's fast
Yeah.
pitch. So that's where that comes in play. All right. So that's gonna get one out.
It
There we
did.
go. There we go.
One late. Yep.
That score got to change. Well, yeah, if she pick it up, yeah, you're right. Come on, Juice. Push the ball.
Got Juliet.
Push the ball. Push the
Her
ball.
attempt on 32.
There we go, Juice.
Nice.
Push the ball.
Ball pushed right up the lane.
Yeah.
Ball pushed right up the lane, pushed through
Well,
the 10.
if she pick it up. Yeah, that's what we went to see if she pick it up.
Nice strike. We got Michelle Humphries with her attempt on 31.
Nope.
Picking,
Now we
trying
got to
to pick up
change.
the 10.
That's robots life.
Failed attempt.
Robots sitting behind.
Oh, shiitake mushrooms then. All right.
And we got Claudia right up again on lane 6, coming off a 9 spell with Anita Fields Horton on 31. Not yet in the screen. Well, in the screen
Oh, okay. All right.
to attempt her 6 shot. Claudia Wright ending up with a 9. Wow. Is that a 9-6 split? Small split. She has to put the ball right in between the both of them.
Okay, that's a good shot. That was a good shot.
Nice clean.
A good shot.
Yeah.
Really good
The
shot.
head pin got lazy.
Yeah.
Laid down.
And then a lot of times you see generally with lady bowlers, you see them kind of struggling sometimes with their ball rolling out of the pocket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'll hit the mark, but then their ball generally tends to deflect more than it'll. Oh, that was close. More than it'll roll through the pocket. I see that a lot. So they'll hit that head pin, and then the ball deflects more than it drives through.
Yes. You get more deflection than anything else instead of the drive. That's because of the lack of speed.
Oh, you decide on those?
Lack of roll up. Lack of roll up.
Right, exactly. But see, now what happens is this the part where mentally you got to understand, okay, play your spare game. Line up, make sure you're playing to your spot properly, and that way when that second game comes along, you settle in.
Yes.
You know, unless you can come out the gate on fire, you know, but a lot of times that's what bowling is. Sometimes you got to get yourself into position as opposed to coming out in the position you need to be in.
Definitely.
There we go,
Nice
Michelle.
strike by Michelle Humphries on 32. Getting it close, coming into the third, leaving the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter of this game. Yolanda Kaplan with her attempt on 31. Ball is
good.
very nice. Rolling
That's
end
good.
over end.
That's money.
Yeah.
That was good.
Rolling end over end. The
Oh,
ball
yeah.
rolled end over end.
Oh,
nice
yeah.
strike. And got Michelle Glover on lane 30. You can barely catch a glimpse of her going. She's coming into the balls away. Nice strike.
Oh, Michelle. There we go.
Brooklyn side.
There we go.
Up now, we got Shanika Walton on lane 31. Coming into the 7th frame.
Love to see her get a little bit of finesse on this shot. Just a little bit. A little bit of finesse.
That's finesse for
A
you.
little bit of finesse. Did I call it or did I call it?
Notice she got salt at the
Yes,
bottom of the
that's what I
stick.
said. But see, that's why I understand her enough to know that as it goes on.
It's very hard to get power
Right.
to do that.
Exactly. Exactly. Come on, Nita. See, that's what I'm talking about. At some point, you start figuring out where the spot is. You start settling in, and you start getting the hit.